What's up, everybody? Trey Griggs here, Beta Consulting Group, here for Iron Minds episode 45 with my man, Hayden Trey, coming to us from Dallas, Texas. What's up, brother?
Good morning.
You're sitting on the mats, you're drinking coffee. I think that you might be. I mean, the question of the day is stretching really working out? And I think you might. I thought you were going to go for the opposite of no, but you look like yes, bro.
I typically like to. I guess that's part of maturing and growing up. Because you asked me the same question years ago, I'd be like, "No, stretching's a joke. It's unnecessary. I can hop out of bed and just do things. My body would just respond. It was elastic." And now it's like, okay, I slept wrong. My neck is locked into a position that it shouldn't be in. Like, I got to go get decompression therapy. Like, I don't. It's a problem now. So I don't
Yeah,
like to stretch. I typically do some like shoulder girdle warm ups using plates to like rotate around my head to get those going. But other than
yeah.
that, but I keep, I'll come out here and try to start kicking this thing or kickboxing, and I will quickly regret it. Like my hip flexors will feel strained or something. I'm like, okay, Hayden, you're an idiot. Like you're 33 almost. So like,
You're so young, dude. Whatever.
I gotta start. I gotta get my hip mobility going. But
Yep.
I'm gonna try to be the mature in this situation, and I'm going to try to start stretching, at least for
Oh
the
man,
sake
you
of this
should be.
conversation.
You should be antagonistic, but listen, so this is interesting. So
Oh,
the moment that I realized that stretching is a workout, I was 32. I was almost your age, 32. And I did a 90-minute yoga session, all right? And I was sweating more than when I go to the gym. And it was like one of the hardest things that I've ever done because I'm like you, like I used to just wake up, go do stuff, never really stretch, never really feel sore. And then, something happens in life. It just gets a little crazy, you know?
all right. So yoga. So maybe that's a whole different.
Yeah,
That's a different. Okay, because that's like a pure isometric. I mean, you're basically holding a fixed
yeah,
position under a certain kind of
yeah,
tension. And
yeah.
admittedly, I hate on yoga, and it's only and strictly the same reason I hate on golf. I suck at it. It's hard, so I'm gonna be a hater. I'm gonna.
Well,
It's very difficult.
my Mike Diamond agrees. Good morning, Mike. He says the hot yoga, especially the yoga, is absolutely workout. I completely agree with that. So, well, listen, we got some big things going on. We had TIA last week for those in transportation and freight brokerage and logistics tech. We had an awesome conference, over 1,900 people in
Felt super
Orlando,
left out.
Florida last week. It was incredible. Got to see all the stars were out. Chris Jolly, Blythe Brumley, Paul Bernard Jaroslawski. Okay, not all the stars. You weren't there. Scott Watanabe wasn't there. Freight Sensei.
Unbelievable.
That was a major miss. Matt Leffler wasn't there. So it was not all the stars, but a lot of the stars were on. It was good. Great educational sessions. Talked a lot about double brokering and fraud. A lot of technologies, new technologies there. So
What
the
was
booth was popping.
Give me the top three takeaways
Top three.
off the cuff,
Okay.
or just the biggest takeaway, whether it
Ooh.
was something most exciting in your world, and then just for the industry as a whole, or just anything personal, as a brand engineer, if you will, like give
All
me
right.
some hot takes, some of your takeaways.
All right. Top three takeaways. I'm going to start stretching while we do that. Top three takeaways. All right. Number one, um, there has been a real shift in the spirit of collaboration among the industry. It started with freight brokers, and I really feel like it started with people like Jordan Reber from ARL, who has always been into collaboration with other freight brokers, not holding everything close to the chest, but actually talking about business and like working together to make things better. That I've seen that happen for the last 3 to 5 years, especially with Jordan, with other people in the industry. But what I'm really seeing is some serious collaboration among technology providers. As you know, our industry is very fragmented when it comes to technology and archaic in some cases, kind of old fashioned. And you're starting to see, especially with the RESTful APIs that companies are using now, a lot more connectivity and a lot more kind of partnership because they all have the same customers. It's all the same customers. So trying to create those strategic partnerships that are going to really help customers have a seamless and frictionless experience. I'd say that is a big highlight, a big big highlight that I'm seeing in the industry. So that's number one, which is cool. Let's see, number two. The big problems that we deal with in industry will not be solved by the government, namely double brokering and fraud. And you're seeing some technologies that are trying to take care of that. So like Highway's doing an amazing job with that. Their booth was popping. I mean, they were back in the corner. Like they had, when you think about booth position, okay, they had the worst booth position. They were in the back corner, usually dead. But their booth was popping the whole time the exhibit hall was open. I mean,
that was intentional. It was they were going to corral people to this corner.
Well, I don't know that they actively did that, but I mean, people are just seeing what they're doing, and
yeah,
it was pretty cool. So that was pretty cool. So, but you're seeing companies that are starting to tackle these problems, like Highway, Dale. I can't remember his last name off the top of my head, but he's on LinkedIn. He's doing some work with that. He has an eValidate carrier thing that he has out there. So you're seeing companies like Parades did something recently trying to work on carrier validation. 123 Load Board did some carrier verification work recently. So you're starting to see companies tackle these problems. So I think it's cool. And then, so that's two. And while I think about number three, good morning. Let's see if we can get him up here. Yep, there it is right there. Okay, good morning. Yep, yoga's definitely worked out. Yep. Yeah. Kane Brown. Oh, that's right. I saw it on Instagram. He posted with Kane Brown, but you are here with us, man. You definitely didn't want to get up this morning. That's what we're here about. Iron sharpens iron. One man sharpens another. You are here, and I love that, man. I'm all for that. Okay, so that's two. So let me think about three. So the third one would be, okay. I'll say this. The third one is that companies are starting to see the value in partnering with influencers and podcasts in general, or specifically. SPI Logistics, we just announced them as a new sponsor of Standing Out.
I saw that. Congratulations.
Twice a week show. Very cool. They sponsor Blythe Brumley. They sponsor Chris Jolly. And, Paul Bernard Jerzlowski was there. He's got a podcast. He's got a newsletter. And he has probably 6 or 7 sponsors that he works with. I just got sponsored by Manifest, which is the supply chain logistics show, premier show in supply chain.
Very cool.
In January. Obviously, TMSA and I are partners. I promote that show. I promote TIA. So you're starting to see companies and organizations start to see the value of partnering in different ways and different ways to market and to brand. And so I thought that was pretty cool. I'm getting to see that. So I guess that's my 3 biggest takeaways.
Okay.
I don't know. There's probably more, but that's right.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, it seems as we continue to progress, people are starting to remove silos and becoming more collaborative, like you'd mentioned. So it's a complete necessity for any real change to happen too, because it just can't be done with everyone holding everything so close to the vest.
Yep, exactly. All right, I'm going to start doing some yoga, man. Let's do some yoga poses. You done yoga poses?
I like sleeping dragon.
Okay, I don't know. That's just because you want to fall asleep. All right.
That's where I just lay down on my side in the ideal sleeping position. And I have sleep apnea where I don't breathe well, so it just sounds kind of like a dragon.
All right, I'm going to do some. So I'm not a yoga instructor, everybody. So don't take this to the bank. But I'm going to do some things that I've done before, as I remember. Walking it out. There's some downward dog.
Be conscious of like stretching and warming up my feet and all the little metatarsals or whatever within them before I start trying to like jump around.
My downward dog's probably terrible. Yeah, this is not a good downward dog, but this is about all I got right now. This one here is that good? I don't know.
Trying to get ankle flexion back.
Upward dog, something like that. Yeah.
Raise this back up.
Ooh. It's amazing how someone figured out all these different poses to stretch different parts of the body and how it works. Oh, pretty good stuff here.
I think God gave me pain for a reason. As soon as I start stretching, something hurts. I'm like, nope, I'm not supposed to be doing that.
I think this is Warrior One.
Ready?
Someone give me some critique on my Warrior One pose here.
I don't know
great
much about any of that.
Yeah. Go back down here. Get a little Warrior One action. All right, so that's what happened last week. TI was great. Again, 1,900 people. The bar was hopping.
I bet.
Which, I'm not a drinker. Most people know that. But I'm a socialite. Love to talk. So we were closing the bar down and having a good time, just telling stories and talking. Made some new friends. Met some new people in the industry. Oh, that one doesn't like to go through as much. There we go. Man, those little stabilizer muscles working overtime.
We've got our SMC3 Connections conference coming up at the end of June. I'm excited for that one. We'll be out in Orlando.
Do they need an MC?
Dude, that's a good question. We should definitely look into that. It's a massive conference. I mean, all the largest carriers, TMS providers, a lot of large shippers will be there. Pretty good conference from what I understand. It's my first year.
Yeah, it's really conference. We need to get. So when is that in June?
Yeah, June 26th to the 28th or 29th. I'll have to double check.
I'm free. So we should work on that. Let me just make a little pitch for having a professional MC. Everybody, listen. If you're going to have an event, it's hard enough to plan the event, get people there, all that kind of stuff. When you get to the event, don't you just want to relax and enjoy the people that you got to come to the show? Instead of having to run the show, that's what a professional MC will do for you. Run the entire program, work with your speakers, make sure that PowerPoints are ready to go, walk-up music is ready to go, and engage with the audience in a way that's very entertaining, keeps it going, high energy. This is what an MC does. This is what I do. You got an event coming up and you need an MC, reach out to me on LinkedIn or send me an email to hello@betaconsultinggroup.com and we will get that all worked out for you. That's my 30-second pitch right there.
I like it. You've done that one before. You had that right in the holster.
I've done that one before. That's right. Man, my hip flexors are feeling good right now. Hey, listen, we have another event coming up. In fact, it's 5 days away. We have the Word on the Street Tough Mudder Charity Challenge, April 29, 8 a.m. And have you seen the weather, my friend?
What's it look like? Is it wonderful or awful?
Dude, no, it's us doing a Tough Mudder. So
okay, so terrible. It's all right. That's par for the course.
Yeah, it's total par for the course. Yeah, exactly. But
that's just part of it.
It is part of it. But listen, man, we're getting closer. We got $4,650 that we've raised so far. All right. So we're getting there. We got ways to go. Waiting on hopefully one more sponsor coming back today. And then I'm going to make the shirts, the race shirts, and get those going. We got a team of 4 this year, so not as many as normal, but it's going to be exciting. And I just put into the comments there, especially on YouTube, and I'll try to put on LinkedIn, the link to the GoFundMe page so that you can contribute and be a part of that. And if you want to be a sponsor of our event, really help us out, be a corporate sponsor, get your logo on the back of our race shirt, send me an email today to either hello@betaconsultinggroup.com or Trey@betaconsultinggroup.com. We will make that happen. Oh, man. That wasn't anything at all, and my legs are just feeling it. So I'm totally not ready for this event, but we're going to see how it goes. Another thing we got to do, listen, we got TMSA in June 11th through 13th. That's coming up. And we got to get Scott Watanabe to that. I got to figure that out. I'm not sure how to do it, but we got to get him. We got to get Armstrong to be like, hey, let's get that guy. Let's get that guy over there. That would be good. I'm gonna stretch the neck, man. Talked about sleeping. So whenever I go on a trip, let me tell you my trick. Every time I go on a trip, I take my own pillow. And yes, it does require a bigger suitcase, but man, you sleep like you're at home, and it's nice.
I was low-key talking crap tastefully, and as I woke up this morning, my 5 o'clock alarm went off, and I was just like, dang it, Trey. I was like, oh, I want to sleep till 6:30. I was like, all right, I guess I'm getting up. I guess I'm getting up. I don't want to.
This is what accountability is all about, man. This is why we do this.
Everything hurts.
Yep. Everything hurts.
Oh,
that's all right. Oh, all right. So we're just stretching today, everybody. That's what we're working out. Some of the muscles, just stretching them out, getting a good stretch in. All right. So let's talk about what should we talk about? So I guess this is lame because we agree that stretching is a workout. I thought you were
If
going to
this
go the
was
other
any other
direction.
day, if this was any other day, I was feeling great. I would definitely be the advocate here, or the
Yeah,
opposition, and be like,
tag
nope,
us.
stretching's
Yeah,
stupid.
yep.
But like, I would be a terrible poster child for that stance at the moment because I'm just everything's tight, everything's sore, everything hurts.
I'll tell you two things that I changed my mind about, and that is stretching really matters, and that's been important in the last 10 years to stretch it out. But two is that I'm completely convinced of the power of the cold plunge. Cold plunge is absolutely necessary, man. When you get old, like it's you can't breathe, but it's amazing when you do it. How it rejuvenates and restores the muscles. I guess what it does is it pushes the blood out of the muscles and then brings it back in or something. I don't know all the details, but it works, man. It's pretty amazing. Dude, so I didn't
Yep.
know this about Scott. I mean, I guess I knew this about Scott a little bit, but that dude loves to go to live music, live concerts. He goes to hip hop concerts, country music concerts. He loves going to the concerts. That's why
Yeah.
he's working so hard at Armstrong, is to pay for all his concert habits. That's what that's all about. Pretty impressive.
I don't know how I feel about concerts. Like sometimes it's great. I gotta really be in the mood. I've never done a hip hop concert. I don't see the value in that because I feel like it's always just them kind of like it doesn't sound like the mastered track, obviously, and typically the vocals are just not in line with what I'm expecting because I'm used to hearing a mastered track. But again, these are assumptions. I've never been to one.
Well, I've been to Ludacris. I've been to Nelly. Both were
Nelly,
incredible.
Nelly would be tight. I like Nelly.
Yeah. And what's cool is that like you see the true mastercraft of them as a musician, because I think some people might think of hip hop as not necessarily as musically like gifted as some others. But I'll tell you what, most of these hip hop artists can sing. They understand music. They like it's there's Scott told you to get out.
Did
Yeah, he's like get out.
he?
Yeah. They need
Best
to
concert I was
broaden
ever
the
went to was
horizons.
Bring Me the Horizon. That was probably the most incredible time I've ever had. They put on
Who's
a
that?
it's a
I don't know who
metalcore
that is.
band. I'll send you some of their songs if you're trying to feel some type of way, because they will definitely get you going. But it was one of the best concerts I've ever seen. I'm like
I
over
mean,
country concerts. I live here in Texas. Like there's
yeah.
not been a shortage of them. I'm over them.
I mean, let's just be honest about the fact that if somebody is having a live concert, they're probably really good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's kind of how that works out. So I've rarely been to a concert that wasn't good. Just kind of depends on what you're going after. All right, let me tell you the stretch that I absolutely hate because I'm getting older. Watch this. This one here. So you put your crossover one leg and you pull the other one up.
Oh yeah, oh
Works.
yeah,
This right here. Oh my gosh. That is a
yeah.
thing of beauty right there.
You know what you could do too? Get a bench or something elevated, lay your leg across it on the front, and then sit into it. That one, that's fun.
There's two hip flexor stretches that absolutely kill me. This is one of them, although this is a little bit more hip and hamstring. Oh my goodness, that's killer. Let's go other side. Not sure which one's worse, but they're both pretty bad. Oh, this one's probably worse. It probably doesn't even look like I'm stretching, but trust me, folks, I am. This is painful here. This really hurts. Oh my goodness.
You got to breathe into it as you exhale. Pull it further.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Oh, okay. So that's that one. All right. The next one and this one I really hate. All right. So this one is so you put your leg up here like this.
Yeah, pull the other one.
Oh
So,
my
well,
gosh.
sprinter stretch. I can actually do that one. Okay, what's your back leg doing? Just straight out? Yeah.
Yeah, just straight out.
See, this one doesn't seem to bother me as much. I can kind of get down on this one.
Yeah.
But my hips are not square, so it's definitely tight.
Oh man. Yeah, this one is just like I don't know who came up with this, but this one sucks. No good. Oh, brutal.
My body is not symmetrical either. I'm definitely more flexible to my left side on most things.
Yeah. And this is all about getting older here. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. So the weather at this Tough Mudder Charity Challenge coming up, the high that day is 54.
So it's basically Dallas all over.
Basically, Dallas repeat. Well, even last year, remember here in St. Louis, it wasn't terribly warm, and it had rained. The field was all muddy.
That was the muddiest Tough Mudder, from what I understand. Because Greg Roberts said he's done 7 or 8. He was like, dude, by far, this is the slushiest, grossest.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad that was the first one I did, because now it kind of set the bar. So it's like, all right, well, it can only get better from here.
Oh, let me tell you what happened with Greg Roberts and I. This is hilarious. So Greg was at the show, got to see him. Rob Bussey was there, got to see him. Got to see several of the street crew. Jennifer Carpenter was there. Juan Baena from Colombia was there. Got some fun stories to tell you. So Greg and I were like, hey, let's go running. All right. So I had a situation. I was staying with Juan for a couple nights there. We were hanging out. And we go back to the room, and the little latch, the metal latch that goes on the ball inside of it. So somehow it had locked from the inside while we were gone.
Okay.
Somehow. And it's like 11 o'clock. We're ready to go to bed. We're so tired, 11:15, something like that. And we can't get in. And because it's an Airbnb, the apartment complex that it was in wasn't going to help out. So we had to call a locksmith. Well, they didn't have an appointment until 7 a.m. And we're like, well, we're not going to just stay here. So we ended up taking the screws out, which was really hard. It took about an hour to do that. Taking the screws out. 21 Pilots was on a great show, and Garth, of course. Well, of course, yeah, Garth is great. So you know how when the ball's on, you get like this much room in the door.
Yeah.
So we got that open. We got our fingers in there. We're trying to take the screws out. It took us an hour and 15 minutes. So
that's hilarious.
So we get to bed close to like 12:30, I think, or something like that. Close to 1 o'clock. I was supposed to go running with Greg Roberts at 6 a.m. in the morning. Well, that didn't happen. I didn't make it, of course. So then the next day, I'm like, okay, listen, we'll do it the next day. We'll get out the next day. So the next day, I'm down the lobby at 6 a.m. to run, and Greg sleeps in. He doesn't make it. So then we're like, okay, let's try Saturday morning. Well, Friday night, I stayed up just telling stories and talking, having a good time with some new friends, and I missed it. So I don't even know if he got up either because I didn't see him. I don't know if he got up at all. But anyways, we tried to run 3 times together, and it never happened. That's all right.
Man.
Although I will say this, one morning I was running early, and I ran past the gym and it had glass. And Ann Reinke was in there getting her workout in. Shout out to Ann Reinke, who's running the entire show and still getting her workouts in. And nobody else is down there, man. I'm telling you, it was empty. It was empty. We had too good of a time.
That's awesome. I love conferences in this industry.
Yeah. Yep, TIA is one of the best, without a doubt. 1,900 people. Oh, and some of the sessions, too. So there was a session on dynamic pricing. Dawn Sabucci-Favi of Green Screens, she hosted it. Dawn Everhart of Freight Vaughn was there.
Saw how many Lars sitting on the panel.
Yeah, Chad Olson. Lars was not. But Chad Olson was on the panel, and they had 400 people in the room, over 400 people in the room. And they had to turn people away because of the fire code. I was in the back standing. We were too deep in the back standing. It was unbelievable how many people were there. But it was such a great conference. Got to see Andy Shields. I started my own golf tournament, which was fun. At our own golf, our 36-hole event on Tuesday because I got locked out of the one on Wednesday. So I had 16 players join me for a fun event. Got to hang out with my boy Wasim the mayor. 36 holes. We had such a great day. It was good.
Oh, a lot of golf.
Good. All right, let me tell you another one that I don't like. All right, I got plenty, dude. All right, so this one is you lay down, you put your arm straight out, and then you go over the top and try to touch your toe. Oh, man, this one doesn't even work.
Yeah,
I can't even get this one. This was one we did in college all the time and didn't have a problem then, but got a problem now.
I was going to say, back when I was a little more flexible, so we had in college, being a pitcher, we had a trainer that traveled with us or was at our home game, so I could request certain stretches, warming up.
Yeah.
We used to do that very similar to that, except Ed would push down on one side of my hip bone and literally anchor it and then now pull things over. So now imagine your hips not being able to turn with your leg. So you had to have a complete hip and glute open up. So I either force that down and do that. Same thing with my obliques to pull my shoulder across. And dude, if you've never had that anchored up, it's a whole different it's a whole different game.
Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah, it's absolutely brutal. Scott loves that one. Scott, come on, man. Oh.
We're just all breathing, like dying, stretching.
Yeah. It's a workout, man. I'm sweating. I mean, I don't know if you're sweating or not, but I'm sweating already.
I'm starting to get hot. I'm ready to
Well,
take this hoodie off. I know that. It's 40 degrees out here, too.
yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cold in the basement here, but
I'm resisting the urge to just like unleash on this thing, but I know if I do, I know I'm not warm enough yet, and I could very likely pull something. So I'm just kind of like moving around.
Dude, I hear you, man. I hear you. Oh, man. Well, we got 9 miles, 30 obstacles coming up here soon. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's the end of April too, man. Can you believe it? 5 weeks of school left for my kids.
Dude, it's happening quick.
Yeah, time to
every year.
Get older. Yep. Every year it gets older. It goes faster and faster. That's for sure. All right, I'm gonna finish with a little bit of stretching on the old. I don't know if you've ever done this before. This is an interesting one where you hang from the bar, and then you have to like isometrically like hold like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. And slowly turn. It stretches out your shoulders real good.
Nice and deep black. Oh yeah, real sore.
Oh man.
Can you get your toes up to the bar?
Can I get my toes up to the bar? Okay. I have done that before, but not in this house because my bar's a little close to the wall. But I have done that before when I did CrossFit. CrossFit was really fun. Do that. Oh my gosh, that really stretched out my arms. Gonna be feeling good today.
Scapula pull-ups is like a great one to do.
Yep.
Dead hang, let your shoulders shrug, and pull them back, and just hold that, and then let them down again.
Oh yeah. That's a brutal one. What do you guys think about this background music? This is called Daydream.
I can't hear it at all, personally.
Huh. Well, I can hear it a little bit. I don't know if the
there you go.
Good people out there listening can hear it or not, but I can hear it. Yeah, that's for sure. All right, I'm going to do that one more time. Oh, man.
I want to get some 4-inch foam, like martial art mats in here to square off this entire section so I can move around the bag. And I'm not just having to stay right here. Because these rubber horse stall mats are great for like cheap gym floor options. But dude, these things will eat your bare feet up if you're sweating and moving around on them. Like they eat you up. One thing I'm pretty stoked about is my front left kick has gotten so much faster and stronger just through repetition.
Yeah, that's your thing, man. You've been getting after that. Have you seen the floor that I've got in this place? Check this out. So I got these. I'm not sure where I got them from. Maybe Home Depot or something. But I got these.
Oh yeah, the little interlocking squares.
Yeah, dude, it's great. This is a great floor down here. It's got a little cushion to it, a little padding to it. Feels good with shoes or without, and it's just concrete. It's crazy.
Dude, once you start working out barefooted, if you have like a suitable flooring for it, it's really hard to go back. Like I don't know. I just feel better barefooted.
Well, I think it requires your feet and everything to just create a little more stability.
Yeah.
You know, with the shoes, you kind of get the sheet on.
I would recommend working up to it. You just kind of go out there straight barefooted. Like, dude, you can mess your feet can get really hurt, like really sore.
Yeah.
Naturally, but.
Yep. A little dynamic stretching here. Oh. Swimmer going into the pool. Oh, man.
Yeah, I can't pivot towards my right backside to throw a front left high kick like I can my right. It's so much easier to lean left to get my right leg up high than it is for me to lean right.
Okay, 2 other stretches. Working the inside hammies right now. And then I'm gonna do the Frogger stretch. You ever done the Frogger stretch?
Oh yeah, that's a daily one.
Oh man,
got to do that one.
It's also a hip destroyer.
Oh, missed that.
I'll tell you the worst part about coming back from a conference.
unpacking.
And that is, okay, that's one. Okay, there's actually probably a top 5 list, but that's up there is unpacking because I still haven't unpacked officially. My suitcase is still upstairs. I'll have to do that today. You want to get back into the groove of work, but you have so much follow up. And here's my only beef with TI. I got 2 things. One is they didn't have enough spots for golfers for the tournament. They're going to fix that next year. We've already talked about it. But the other one is this: TI is ending on a Saturday, which means you have to fly home on Saturday, which means you get back Saturday night, and then you only have Sunday to really rest and be with family and that kind of stuff. I don't want to work on Sundays. I don't want to do that. Take Sundays off. So I've got to do all my follow up today as well. So it becomes like a really busy, stressful day. And I wish it ended on like a Friday afternoon or Friday morning. Get home, maybe even do a little bit of follow up that day or some on Saturday, and then still get my weekend with the fam, and then start Monday rocking and rolling. That would be ideal. But it is what it is. All right, Frogger stretch. This one stinks. Okay, Frogger is knees out and push forward. Oh my gosh. Lean back into
a yoga pose where you get your full weight up onto your hands and you have to like literally balancing yourself, using your weight to go into it.
Oh yeah. This hurts so bad, dude.
I guess this could be yoga. Let's see here. All right.
Like in trying to push yourself back a little bit. Oh my gosh, this is terrible.
Where your body's off the ground except for your hands. Oh. Take care of those hips, people. We're stationary. We're not meant to be sedentary creatures.
Yeah. Oh man, that's painful. That is painful. Not a fan of that. Oh man. All right, everybody. We're getting close to closing this thing out. We're actually over. Do you know it's 33 minutes into this thing? We've been stretching.
Look at
We
that.
didn't even know it. It's crazy. All right, everybody, listen. Hey, as we say every week, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. This is Iron Minds, episode 45. I don't know what we're going to do next week. We need to get some visitors on here. We need some guests. That's what we need.
Victoria Tellme from Parade, Ian Weiland, JCR. I'll handle it this week. I've been slacking on my proactive outreach, but I've got commitments.
Mm-hmm. Hey, if you want one of these Iron Minds water bottles, just to remind you, this is a great water bottle, by the way. If you want one of these water bottles, just to remind you to have your tribe around you for accountability. Just go to shop.betaconsultinggroup.com. You can pick that up and have one of these wonderful water bottles. But listen, hey, have a great week, everybody. Get after it. Get your mind right. Get your body right. And absolutely kill it. Love you guys. Appreciate you being a part of this journey with us. We will see you guys on the flip-flop. Peace out, my brother. See you
later.